I was reading the comments. Many people are logging onto this call to listen and to meet you for the first time tonight. So that is fantastic. For those of you who are meeting Charlie for the first time, Charlie and Alta Bolton are the absolute legends in the NeoLife world. In fact, globally, they have the biggest NeoLife business. They are 5 diamond directors and have been 5 diamond directors for many, many years, very successfully. And for the new distributors on the call, that means a 5 diamond director has a business that does in excess, in fact, well in excess of 500,000 points every single month. Charlie and Alta have NeoLife business around the world, not just little businesses here and there. They have other diamond directors in other parts of the world, various countries, various continents. And I think most of all, Charlie is just such a humble man who understands this business exceptionally well. Not only does he understand the business, but he has this amazing ability to teach other people, not only to understand the business, but to go out and implement the business or implement the business building activities into their life. So Charlie, absolutely fantastic to have you on the call with us this evening. I think I know you got a training lined up, but for the people that are meeting you for the first time, why did Charlie and Alta Bolton start their NeoLife journey?
Okay. You want me to share that? Good.
Yeah,
okay. We started off in August of 1973. The reason was we had no money. We had 3 children at a time. The youngest one was a year old, so Alta couldn't go and work. We had 1 salary. And we weren't broke. We were just plain poor. There's no question about it. And often only supermarket in Port Elizabeth those days would Pick and Pay. You go there with your $20 for the month's groceries, and anything over and above that, you left it at the till. So we got started, not to make a fortune, just to make a little bit of money, just to tide over month end. That's why we really started.
Wow.
And I'll tell you, so, and then it wasn't easy. I did it part-time and eventually full-time. And then the company employed me in 1978, and I left the company and went back in the field in 1986. And that was a big challenge to us because you had a big salary and things happening there, and suddenly we little distributors. So we knew what it was like to start rock bottom again in 1987, have no money, and that helped us get out there and move the products and retail because we had them. And I just want to tell you a little occurrence. In 1987, I went to a convention and they had a Sunday morning praise and worship. And that's where things changed for me, because that Sunday morning, I gave my life to the Lord Jesus Christ. And I said, Lord, it's your business, I'll do it. And that's the story, Andrew.
Fantastic. That was amazing. And incredible things have happened from there on. So Charlie, thank you very much for joining us tonight. Charlie is going to be talking to us tonight about leadership, about many things, but about building your business and taking your business from where it is right now to where you would like it to be in the future. So Charlie, please take it away.
Thank you. Okay. Hi, everyone. Good to have you on the call. And I sincerely hope you apply what you're going to pick up here tonight. It's very simple, but very basic, but very important. I find a lot of people get to a level in our business and they stagnate. And that the reason I pick up mostly is because they don't have their priorities in order. One's got to have priorities in life. And I believe your number 1 priority is God, whoever you conceive that to be. And you need to spend time with God. And the next priority is your family. And you also need to spend time with them, which is very important, right? And your next priority would be, if you work for somebody else, your career or your job or whatever it is, that would be your next priority. And then if you had saying part-time, like NeoLife or anything like that would be the next thing you did. But I would not do NeoLife or any part-time business in the boss's time, because that's stealing from him. You can't be blessed. And then I believe within these priorities, right, there are a couple more priorities, right? Number 1 is personal development. You'll hear about it all the time, but believe me, I was rough when I joined. I mean, really rough. You would not we got in the old Dakota plane to go to a function in October 73 in Macero. One of the guys who were in the business looked at Alta and I said, Shane, we've got those poor people in the business. So I don't know what we look like, but that was it. And so one has to develop personally, read, study, grow, associate with positive people. I run away from negative people, quite honestly. I can't afford their company, even now. The next thing is yourself, your own body, exercise. I think it's important to do some sort of exercise every day and have the discipline to do it, whether you feel like it or not. And then your body, you know, we're in the nutritional business and you need to keep your body in shape. You know, we've got the greatest products there are. You've got absolutely no reason not to keep your body in shape. And, you know, outside there, when people see you or you approach somebody and we're talking nutrition, they're going to look at you and say, man, you need it, not me. So it's important to look apart, that we look after our bodies. And some people often say, well, I can't afford this, I can't afford that product. Well, you can't afford not to if you really want to build a business. I really believe that's a prime thing you've got to do. The next thing is the priorities within those again, right? The number one priority again is functions that produce income. And I think we've got to focus on that as the next thing, right? And that could be a lot of things within it, right? So it could be setting products, working with new distributors, helping them find their customers, building downline distributors for them, working with them and going along. And within that, whatever you do there's a priority as well. The number one priority will be your personal nursery, your new people, those you're working with, those who are not self-sufficient at this time. You need to concentrate and work and develop them. The next will be, a priority will be your team. And that's the people that are already possibly directors or emeralds and above. Then you spend time with them. But your prime priority is your personal nursery. And then you work with your team, and then you'd have a group. Now, your group could be a lot of world team members and their teams and all that. And that's when you spend time with them, but you spend less time with them than you spend with your nursery. That's where you spend most of your time. That's where you stay in the creative phase, right? Keep building there, because that's the most important thing to moving up. And I think a lot of people stagnate in that area. They reach a level and they feel comfortable. Folks, remember, any step up in this business is not a position, it's purely a step. So remember, if you've taken a step, keep taking them. So that's actually very important. That was Alta and I were fortunate. We just kept stepping whenever. It wasn't easy, but we did it. And the next thing you support is other people. In other words, like Andrew mentioned there, we have other diamond directors and world team members all over the world. So the next function is you keep contact with them. Not as much, but you do keep contact. They're your people, okay? And they might contact you. They might ask you questions. And that's where you spend your time there. And the next priority is anything that supports the producing of income, right? And I think a lot of us don't realize how important that is, right? And that could be incentives. That could be following up of distributors, giving out of information. It could be personal contact with those people, training them. And one thing about, and giving them information, there's been so much fantastic information now with this lockdown with NeoLife, and it's just going wild. You know, I've never been busier in my life, quite honestly, and connected with more people. I'm actually excited about it. So that's fantastic, and that's without getting in a motor car and doing it. And so that's important, right? So, and the next thing, when you train yourself, you need to keep on it all, you know, and don't have an ego problem. The things worth learning are the things you learn when you think you know it all. They say when you're green, you grow, when you're ripe, you rot. Okay, and I choose to be green, and sometimes you'll learn from downlines, and I'm very open to that. And I've learned a lot from downline. I'm very open to listening to them, because sometimes they come up with things that I haven't even thought of. And they look at it from a different angle. So it's important to learn from people, right? And when you're training your team, please do not share anything that you picked up off the internet, off a book, that you have not practiced and proven to be successful yourself, because you'll destroy your team. You see, if you know it works, you can guide and coach them, but if you've never done it, how are you going to coach them? How are you going to know if it works if you've never done it? So that's a very important point. I see a lot of people with all the information going around on the internet and everything, they're getting all kinds of ideas and they're trying to share that with their teams and actually destroying their business. Take the ideas you get, apply them, prove them, and then share them. Then you can guide somebody the right way. You can't guide anyone if you have not done it, and that's very important. And next thing is goals and dreams. You know, when we started the business, we didn't have big dreams. We just wanted to make a little bit of money. Quite honestly, I was having nightmares, never dreaming. Every time a bank manager phoned, I had a problem. So month end was the worst time of the month for us those days, by the way. Once month end was over, there was no money to pay anybody. So that was it. So we know what it's like there. So I want to share something with you about dreams. You know, we've achieved incredible dreams. Yet at the time, when we started the dream, started thinking about it or started acting on it, there was no financial support to support that dream. So then what you do when you've got a dream, and even for your downlines, when they got a dream, then you get the goals in place and work out the steps that need to be taken, and also what it's going to take those steps. And it's important then to guide those people and support them and encourage them while they're taking the steps, and also encourage them that it's not going to be easy. They're going to face criticism. They're going to face disappointments. And you know, you cannot have a victory without a challenge. So if you're not having challenges right now, I feel sorry for you. If you're having challenges, fantastic, you can grow. And I want to tell you, Zane, nothing happens to you that's bad. I give thanks in everything. You know, we live in a country where we live in the sticks here. It's Kudu country, and when you're doing meetings in town and you're coming out at 11 o'clock at night, I've had a couple of touch-ups with kudu. Now, you know, it's a big animal. I've had two with my Wrangler Jeep. I've had one with a previous ML Mercedes, and I've had one with a Mercedes dealership pickup that they'd lent me, right? So I know what it's like, but every time I get out, I look around it, and I thank you, Lord, I know good's going to come out. It may be I'd missed a train down the road or a big truck running over me, so always look for the good in every situation, and then your mind will be attuned to it. You won't be looking for the negative, and you'll automatically remain positive. So nothing is bad. That's to me, right? And, you know, visualize your dream. You've got to picture it. You've got to see it. The place we live on today, I used to talk about it late 87, early 88. I spoke about this property, thousands of acres, game ranch boundary on a wilderness area. I didn't even know where the place was, but I bought maps of the areas, and every time I went around the country and told people about my dream, they say, oh, here's a property, or here's them. I didn't tell them I didn't have money. They would quit the business, you understand? I said, don't worry, God will show us the right one at the right time. And God showed us this property. I looked at that map 100 times, and he showed it to us, and that's how it happened, right? And when I'll tell you a quick story on that one. It was in February 1994 that January I was going to Durban. I'd have run in late for a plane, and God said, go and look at the map. And I went and looked, and there's this property as clear as daylight on the wilderness. I didn't even see it. I'd looked at that map 100 times. I didn't see it before. And I called my oldest son. I said, Rod, go and find out who it belongs to. And the property was repossessed from a farmer gone bankrupt by the land bank. So we started negotiating with them. And we were going to Disney World with our youngest son in March. And I wanted to sign it up before we leave. And Alta said to me, if it's of God, it'll be there when we come back. Don't worry about it. So we went and had our vacation, came back. We bought the property. I'll tell you an interesting thing. We'd saved into different institutions, and we drew about 5 or 6 different checks. And I took it to the bank, and a week later, they phoned me and said, you've overpaid by $36,000. Isn't it exciting when you were broke in 87? So So I encourage you, just build your business right so good things happen. And visualize your dreams. You've got to see it. It's got to drive you. It's got to get you up in the morning, get you excited. Get you excited about life. And you know, the next, fourth priority is a lot of people spend time organizing their offices and getting ready to do things or running errands or like haircuts. I don't have a haircut on the day I plan to have one. If something more important, income producing comes up, I cancel the haircut or anything else it doesn't produce. And I think it's important to have your life in priority in that area as well, because some people spend so much time organizing their office and getting ready to start and they never get started. And or they reach a level in the business and they think it's too important to get out there and talk to people. And now they sit around managing their business. And that's the worst thing that could ever happen. You become an ego problem, start managing your business, right? Instead of being out there in the creative phase. And, you know, a lot of people that I've met in this life, they confuse activity with accomplishment. They're busy, but they're not going anywhere. They're busy as crazy, but they're not stepping up. They're not doing things because they don't have their priorities in the right order. The most important priority in this business, to my opinion, is talking to people. There is nothing that you can replace with that. That is a key to this business, is talking with people. And you've got to get to the habit. You know, when we started off, the first couple of people I phoned to come and look at the business, they blew me out of the water. They were totally negative. And so then it was tough for me to get on the phone, but we borrowed the money to get started. And Alta say, Charlie, we need guests tonight, and we need guests tonight. And the more you put it off, the tougher it is to get a guest. And eventually you've got to overcome your fear. So my fear of talking with people then has actually become a strong point today. I love chatting with people. I don't necessarily bulldoze them with NeoLife or the products or anything. I get to know more about them first. I get to listen to their needs. Why would they want to do something if I approach them? And that's important, to understand people, build up on their needs. Don't go gate crashing on them. Hang back. Right? And a lot of you don't know what a sheepdog does if you don't live on a farm. But a sheepdog, when they herd sheep, does not go rushing into the herd of sheep. They gradually bring it around from the outside and gradually nipping at their heels and gradually get them all in the pen. And that's, I think, what we're going to be like with people. Don't go barking at them and talking too much. And I think the biggest disease we have in our business, and unfortunately NeoLife hasn't got a solution to it, is verbal diarrhea. I've seen some people are just lucky they shut up at the right time. So please don't talk too much. Find out more about the people. Find out about them. That's the important thing. So TTP, we used to always say TTP to BYB. Talk to people to build your business. If you don't talk to people, you're not going to build your business. Another thing, when you're talking to people, don't cheapen the opportunity, hold it high. I don't beg people. Before I show them a plan, I want to qualify them. If it's going to look at that side, and I check, would they be positive? Would they do something? Because a lot of times you could sign somebody up and they just become a wheelbarrow case and go nowhere. So the important thing is to find out if they like what you show them, would they want to do it, right? And that way you can know you're going to work. So I hold opportunity high, I don't drag it down, and I qualify the prospect all the time. It's very, very important. Check who's serious. And folks, I want to share something with you. A lot of people don't understand what you're sharing with people. Now, NeoLife is the best business on earth. I don't care what you tell me. I've seen hundreds of them come and go. I've seen a lot of people go and join those things and say, it's just like NeoLife, only better. But the only thing they do seem to do is leave town better with the people's money and nobody's dreams achieved. So be careful of people offering you saying those kind of things. Because NeoLife definitely is the business. It's a top-class business, especially now in the lockdown. Kendra Brasfield and Jerry and the team have proved that we've got a business that you can truly work from home. Everything, you get your own website, everything on the internet now, and that's exciting. And the products, I want to tell you, there is no company out there, no one, I don't care who they are, who have products that work. These products work. You know, if I get somebody on a Pro Vitality. I'll tell you what, if you use these products for a week and you don't feel more energy, I'll give you your money back. That's how good it is. That's what I do. Because the products are phenomenal. They're fantastic. I don't say we cure diseases, but we can help the body get into a good position so it can fight diseases and possibly be healthier. So that's a NeoLife product. So what I really believe is we should go out there and just go out and decide we're going to touch lives. Don't worry about yourself. Don't worry where you are right now. Decide to start making a difference in somebody else's life. Somebody out there is waiting for you. Somebody is looking for you. Somebody's got your name. They're waiting for this opportunity. And we just need to go about it the right way, talk to them the right way. A lot of times people just walk past people, and it could have had an opening in a queue or something like that, and they just didn't approach. And I really feel sorry for you. Those are the ones you should approach. So go out there and let's touch lives and let's get the world a better place. The world needs this kind of business, needs NeoLife, needs the products, especially in this time, right? The challenges are out there. And, you know, people want to be healthy, right? People would like to be financially free. Now, I want to tell you something about this business. Alta and I are totally financially free. All the properties, motor vehicles, whatever we have is debt-free. We don't owe anything to a bank or anyone else. The only one we owe, only thing that we do owe is our love to people. That's all we owe. And I want to encourage you, when you earn income in this business, invest in your people. We don't go for outside investments. I invest in people. And that's why our business grows. That's where we put our money. And we help them grow and do things to encourage their businesses grow in different areas and have incentives. And some people are scared to do that. And next thing you need to do is don't be scared to give money to God. I tell you, I am totally blessed, and that is one of the good reasons. That's seed money, right? That's and a lot of people wait until they got money. Well, we started when we had no money, and I think it's very important. So with whatever we have, so I think let's take hands together with the NeoLife family. I want to thank Andrew and the entire team in Southern Africa and East and West Africa, all over the world, Kendra and Jerry and the rest of the people over there, Marco and them. It's just incredible support that we receive from them. And I'll tell you what, that shows a love and commitment these people have for us. So I'd like us, let's go and prove to them that we have got the greatest, which we have got. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Charlie. I really appreciate that. Thank you from myself and everyone on the call. And, you know, I'm going to get this session up onto our YouTube channel so you can go back and watch it. There's so much that you can take away from that, and get your teams to watch it too. And I just think it's so important. Everyone on this call is a distributor. And I know everyone started the NeoLife journey because they had a vision or a dream for their life. And just because you start your journey, it doesn't mean you achieve your victory. We have this little saying, vision, struggle, victory. You start because you have this vision, and then you go into this little forest of struggle. And it's in that forest where you got to put one foot in front of the other. And this is where this information is so critical. It doesn't matter if you're a brand new distributor or if you're a 5-diamond director. You yourself have to be using the product. You yourself have to be talking to people about your product and about your opportunity. Because if you're not doing those things yourself, you cannot expect anybody in your team to be doing them either. And so, guys, you know, as a NeoLife distributor, not only do you have the support from the company, but you have support from your sponsors, your leaders, our president's team. But most of all, as a NeoLife distributor, I think it's important to know that you are surrounded by people who are just as excited about your success as you are, and by people that probably believe in you more than you believe in yourself right now. So, Charlie, thank you very much once again. And thank you to every single one of you, every one of the NeoLife family members that are on the call. We wish you lots of love and prosperity. Have a great week. And it's a month-end week, so make it count, everybody. Take your step, qualify. God bless you all. Bye.